Okay, I want to discuss about it with you. Are you with me? Let me check. Yes, it is running. Uh, Name of this lecture is Factors of Production. In details, I will explain about it as much as I can share information regarding this with you. I will be sharing, and I am excited to tell you about it. Uh, I would say it is very basic and it will help to you. If you are at a high standard and if you don't understand in that standard, then it means your basic will not be clear. So that's why it becomes important so that you understand, so that you can not face any challenges in a high standard. When your basic will be clear, then easily you will be able to understand in the next standard. So it is a very concept, it is too much concept. It is a basic, you can say, and on the other side it is a concept of this lecture. And I would like to start. Name of this lecture is, again and again I am telling you, name of this lecture is Factors of Production. And when you understand meaning of this phrase factors of a production, then you have some little information, little tiny, you can say, at least you have tiny information about this phrase words. Now you can connect further when I will be showing slides. So here, those who don't know what is the meaning of these factors of production, then I will explain this for those factors which means these are 1, 2, 3, 4. These are factors like that we say. So production of something, for example, in the context of economy. So what will be production? So here there will be production of something. For example, factors of production to produce. If production will be place where something will be produced. In this context, I am telling you. Here, production means a area, you can say, otherwise a place where something can be produced, and that factory is a production. That industry is a production. So here in work in that work in this production is to produce products. Clear? Now let's move. We are starting from introduction. We are starting this lecture from introduction. Here, Palampur, we will consider it as a name of village. Yeah, this is a name of a village, but hypothetically we are imagining. Hypothetically, we are saying that this is name of a village, and from this story we will connect some concepts which will be compulsory in this slide. We will connect all these concepts with the story of Palampur village. So here this is not a real village which will exist in a real life, and we are not talking about a place which is in India. Okay, we are considering Palampur hypothetically it as a village. Clear? So that we can understand meaning of this lecture. So Palampur is a hypothetically village used to explain the basic concepts of production and rural economy. So did you understand? Uh, we have a Palampur village which does not exist in a real life, and from this Palampur village will be covered basic concepts as well as basic concepts of production. Okay, production production of producing the materials, and as well as we will able to understand the rural economy from this Palampur village. That's why name of village is given, which name is Palampur. And from this story, we will understand what concept of production of producing material as well as rural economy. And details, I think, overall, uh, overall, we will understand what concept. Okay, concept of rural economy. You can say it represents it represents the structure of rural India. Okay, who represents? Uh, yeah, Palampur village represents the structure of rural India. Okay, and introduce the four factors of production. One is land, second is the labor, third is the physical capital, and fourth is the human capital. These are four factors. These are how much factors? Okay, of production to produce something. To produce something, remember, production is a place where something will be produced, and without these factors, uh, it will be impossible something something to produce something will be impossible without one of these factors. Clear? That's why you you can say that these are major factors of production. Clear? So by help of these factors of production, anyone can produce anything, but those should be products. Okay, for if you are producing any kind of a product, but condition is that that product should exist in real life, then you will be successful in producing your product. Clear? So here, to produce any kind of a product, you should have these four factors. This four factor, which one? One is land, and second is labor, third is physical capital, and fourth is human capital. In details, I am telling you, in details we will understand it, because it will be very important in next standard. This will come, and when we understand it, then it becomes useful for us. Okay, in real life we can connect these four factors of production in real life. That's why it will become important for you. Okay, we cannot ignore, and you will enjoy uh, to understand it. You will enjoy to understand it. Okay, because when it comes to economic subject, then often you will realize that it is telling you, it is teaching you how to do business. Okay, knowledge of regarding business, it will be sharing. So this is what you will be realizing if you are studying economic subject, and it is a truth. Okay, I would not say I would not say that it is a truth, but it is a, it happens, and it is a true, I would say. Yes. uh, that's why in commerce field, economy subject is you can say is an interesting subject. It is a subject for knowledge of a business, and that's why it is in commerce field. But our point was where was our point? We were understanding, I was telling you, these are four factors which we will discuss in details. Why should we use land? Why do we need labor? From where will physical capital come? What is a human capital? All these questions, answer of all these questions will be found in next slide. Just after this slide, I think we will start understanding this. So here Remember, Palampur village will represent the structure of rural India. When it will come to rural India, so I think I should explain what is the meaning of rural. Rural is just a collection of villages. Okay, we don't take only one village. If we take only one village, then it will not be considered as rural. Clear? When we will take a group of villages, number of villages, then number of villages we can consider what as a rural in one word. Instead of saying groups of villages, we can easily say that yeah, it is a rural. This is a rural area. Okay, when we will say rural area, then we understand that yeah, we are saying groups of villages. This is the data, this is the information of this rural area, of this group of villages. That's how we say. Clear? So in one word, we say, yeah, this is the information of this rural area, instead of saying that this is the information of a group of these villages. Clear? Mm. Even you can use group of these villages, and otherwise you can use only single word, and the meaning of both will be same. But one word you say, you try to convince to someone, only with one word you can convince uh, to someone. Okay, person, you are providing information, so leave it. mm, it will present what structure of rural India. So what is the meaning of rural India? Did you understand? Are you crystal clear meaning with the meaning of rural India? And here in India, there are rural areas in India. uh, and here our focus will be on rural, on structure of rural which is in India. Because if we talk about rural areas which is in other country, for example in Germany, so here our focus will not be on rural area of Germany India, of Germany country. No. Okay, our focus will be on rural of India country. Here it will introduce the four factors of production. Yes, step by step, one by one, we will understand it. And now it's a time to understand it. So next slide, I am going to show to you what happened. Yeah, key features of Palampur. Yeah, in other words, you can say key features of a village. Key features of a village. Hmm. Now, I would like to ask with a question, what would you say if I ask you what are major important things for a village? What are major essential things for a village? Now, what would you say? What would you explain about it, about this question? What will be your response? Otherwise, you can say, what will be your answer of this question? I asked you, what are major essential, you can say, important, you can say. So, what are important? What are major important things for a village? Uh, let me now. Tell me. So, most of you would be able to say that yes, for a village, one for a village, it means there are people, and there are some, yeah. So for a village, first first if it comes to major importance, then first will be education. Yes, education, because from education, uh, younger student which are in village, they can create a lot of things. That's why education will be major important thing for a village. Okay, by gaining information, by gaining education, by having access of education, anyone can create anything which will exist in a real life, uh, which will solve problem of a village. Okay, that's why I took it as a major thing for a village. Clear? Next thing, electricity. Yes, electricity. Light. Okay, light, electricity. Electricity, we can say. From electricity, light will come. Yeah, from electricity, light will be produced. So, from electricity, a lot of work can be done. A lot of work. So, that's why even a student, children will study in village, then of course they need what? They need electricity, from which they can have light. They can have light, and from light they can study in a night, whenever they want. Okay, whenever they want to study, so from light they can study. Now if they don't have a light, then they will depend on natural light, for example sunlights. So it will not be possible in a night. Okay, in a night to study. So that's why artificial light will be introduced in village, and it has been introduced. And but problem is that without electricity, light will not glow, isn't it? So what I am trying to tell, only from electricity, only light will not be produced. A lot of work will be done by village person, so there are a lot of works from electricity, by electricity can be done by village. And a lot of things productive. For example, in a village there is no electricity, there is a lack of electricity, so of course productivity will be less in that village. Yes. In the other case, what is happening? In the other case, this same village has electricity. Now productivity will increase. In first case, in one village doesn't have electricity, facility of electricity, then productivity will increase gradually. Okay, constantly, you can say. But in other case, a village has electricity, and productivity of this bee village will increase constantly. So who will be better? Who will be better for a developing country? So of course B village will be better, because it has a productivity, and it has productivity because of electricity. That's why. And only this discussion, I cannot only by saying this, I cannot say that only this type of work can be done by electricity. No, there are a lot of work. There are a lot of work. Only electricity will help to do all those types of work which can be done by electricity. So that's why electricity will become not only for a village, for all person. Anywhere you can go, and you tell me in which place without electricity you can survive. I think you can survive, but for a long time you will have less productivity because of a lack of electricity. So it will be better to have electric facility of electricity, from which you can increase your productivity. Clear? So I think we saw that having a facility of electricity, it will be useful. It will not be useful. It will be not. It will not be useless. Okay, when a village will have a facility of electricity, so it will not be useless. Rather, it will be useful. So that's why it is an essential thing for a village. So this is the second. First is education, having education. Second is electricity. So third, road. Yeah, road. Road is an essential thing. There are some apart from this. So here it is saying well connected village. For a well for a better village, these are essential things. First is road, electricity. We saw that electricity is a important thing. A school, yeah, a school or college. So when it will come to a school, it means we are promoting education. A school is promoting education. In a school, what is what is done what is they are done. So in a school, uh, knowledge is provided in a school by teacher. It means education is being provided. Okay, education is being provided in a school. Healthcare, yeah, it will be also major thing. And I would say any village should have at least two or three big hospitals uh, in any village. Okay, it is a very important for any person. So having health centers will be useful for any village, not only one village. So when a village will have this facility of this road, electricity, schools, healthcare, then we can say that village is living a standard life, and all people in that village is living standard life. If they face any kind of challenges, then they have these facilities, and from these facilities they can address their problem. Okay, they can find a solution of their problem by having these initial things these initial things. And in these things government will interact. In this thing private sector will interact. About it we will understand later. uh, why I am saying, because when a school will be private, then there will be a lot of people who will not be able to afford a private school. That's why here government will come to enter, and government will work for people. So government will come to help to people. So uh, to people who cannot afford high-fi education. Okay, that's why. And having government is also compulsory, so that and government controls country. Okay, government uh, government will care mm, about government will care and a country. So about it in details, I will explain. Now here main occupation farming with some non farm activities like dairy, shopkeeping, and transport. Look, farm word is telling you farming industry where multiple cropping, farming with some non-farm activities like dairy, shopping, and transport. Farming, which means anything can be achieved by doing agriculture. Not anything, whatever is being achieved by doing agriculture. So those things uh, will be known as farming. For example, wheat, rice, so all these are farming. With some non-farm activities like dairy, shopkeeper, and transport, all these are non-farming. Multiple cropping, most land is used intentionally with 2-3 crops grown annually. Meaning of this sentence is by cropping a multiple, at least it should be 2-3 crops. Okay, three minimum maximum it should be 3 and minimum 2. Okay, minimum 1 can you can say, and maximum 2. And if you are cropping a three crops, then if you are cropping a three crops, uh, then you will benefit. Okay, you will take benefit. uh, why? Because of you are cropping three crops within a limited land. That's why okay, it will be known as a smart work. So by doing multiple cropping, you will get advantage. You will have more agriculture foods. You will have more agriculture foods. So shall we move towards this slide? Now next is here. Yeah, it is the main of this lecture. Factors of production. It is the main for this lecture. We are on main uh, track. Okay, main track. Factors of production. As we saw, factors of production are four. First, land, labor, human capital, and physical capital, isn't it? Human capital, physical capital. When it will come to physical capital, then there will be things which will be physical, and so okay, one by one, let's understand one by one. First is what? First is what? I think land. Here you can say first is land. So these are factors. These are factors. By having these factors, we can use this and we can use this to produce something, whatever we want to produce. Whatever we want to produce. Then by collecting this, we can produce. Okay, we can produce a product. So here these are factors, and these are meaning of these factors. First is land. Let's start with the land factor. Now here fixed and limited. Most is already cultivated. Cultivated. It is telling you land is a natural thing, isn't it? Is land natural thing or not? Of course, yes. Answer would be yes. There is a not what. It is a very basic to say that yeah, land is a natural thing. It is available naturally. Okay, we didn't create land. We didn't make what land. It was available naturally, and it is available naturally. It will be available naturally. So if it is available naturally, we would we can say it is fixed. It is fixed. Of course, it is fixed. Okay. Uh, why I am saying like that? Because we cannot increase land. For example, you have this much land, and you cannot increase like that. Okay, that's why I am saying it will be limited. One, we are here on topic of a land, so I am saying land which is available naturally. It is, because there are a lot of things which are available naturally, but I am not talking about all those things. Here we have right now we have land which is a natural thing, and it is available in our area. And here, remember, if it is a natural thing, land is a natural thing. Yes, we are confirmed that it is a natural thing. It is a natural thing, so we can say it is a fixed in nature. It is a fixed. Okay, and if it is a fixed, then can also say that it is limited. Never say that land will be unlimited. No, most is already cultivated. Yes, meaning of this, it is telling you, it is saying there are there are some lands on which cultivation happened. There are some people who are doing cultivation on their land. and this is happening. There are a lot of lands on which houses are being built, isn't it? Because it is compulsory. By doing agriculture, food grains will come. Farmer will get food grains by doing agriculture, and it is very important. Okay, it is important for our living life. And on the other side, there are a lot of person who are building what houses on land. It is also important for our life. A house in which we want to survive, we want to live. By doing agriculture, food grain will come and we will eat food grain and our body will be healthy. Okay, for our body we do agriculture, and by from agriculture we will get what food grain, and we will eat food grain so that we can be healthy. So here are you observing that by doing agriculture it will not be useless, rather it will be useful. And here, if you have land and if you want to build a house, so why will you build a house? Because of requirement. You want to open business, there can be a lot of purpose of building a house, of building uh, big building on land. There can be a lot of purpose. For example, for living, it is also purpose. Okay, so these are two cases. One another is that there are a lot of there are a lot of lands which are empty. Okay, which are empty. And why? I don't know i don't know Even in your area you can see there would be some what uh, empty lands. Of course, it uh, you can observe in your area. So what did I explain? Now next is labor. Labor is what? Labor is we are labor. We are labor. We are labor. We can be labor. You are not labor, you are a student, you can be labor. So labor is a woman, labor is a person is a labor. Okay, labor divided into farm labors of 10 lenders and landowners. Now here, a person, there are three persons, and three persons can be considered as landless, landowners, and a person who have less land. A person who don't have land at all. A person who don't have land at all. So now, from this, what are you understand? So a person uh, who don't have land, of course, it will be unemployment. It can go anywhere to earn money. Now, second person who has what? Second person who has two, three lands, you can say, not more, not less, two, three lands, and on this land, this person, B person will cultivate. B person will do agriculture on three lands, so that he can earn no he can gain agriculture food. Whatever he will gain, he will get agriculture food after completing process of doing agriculture, whatever he will get. So now only only their family, only family of that person will be able to eat food for few months, and after few months, why? Because of they have limited, they have three lands, that's why. And they did agriculture, and after 3 4 months they got what they got agriculture, better food grains. And of course now we can say for 6 7 months, okay, for 6 7 months they will be able to eat, they will be able to get food, they will be able to eat food whatever they got by doing agriculture. But it will be for few months, after few months they will not have a food grain, whatever he whatever they got. Now the person will go to anywhere, from to anywhere from where the person can earn money. And now he went to somewhere from where he can earn. And he know that my children will go to a school. So for this I will have to collect money, uh, so that give I can give fees in a school where my children is studying, my children is studying. Suppose for education fees, b person will go, even a person will go, b person will also go to anywhere where b person can earn money. Now third person, the c person, you can say c person has a lot of land, c person has a lot of land. Now here C person has a lot of lands, it can be considered as landowners. It can be called as, the C person can be called as landowners. We can call by saying landowners. Because now when we will say landowners, it means he has a king of lands. You can say, okay, he has a king of lands. Person C has a king of lands. King of lands. Clear? Because of he has a lot of lands. Now here he has a lot of lands, so of course we can easily say he has options, he has a lot of options to earn money from those lands. C person can earn a lot of money by selling land, but it will not be useful. By cropping on those lands, C person can earn a lot of money. There are a lot of methods. By using those methods on those lands, C person can earn a lot of money. It will depend on thinking. How does a C person think? Okay, I said you that there are a lot of methods. By applying these methods on those lands can be earned a lot of money. Now person A didn't have any land, so of course person A does not have a resource of earning money from land. Person B person B had person B has what? Some lands, some lands. Now he can do, persons B can do something, persons B can do agriculture on some land, but it will be not useful for long. Whatever a person be will get by doing agriculture on some lands, so it will be useful for few months, for few months. Hmm. Now person C person C has a lot of lands, and after doing agriculture on those lands, he will he will earn what a lot of money, and it will run this money. A lot of money will help to person save for few years, you can say, for few years. And person say can invest in many sectors, in many sectors. So here you can see person C has many options to earn money. Person A didn't have option. Clear? And now let's understand how will labor come as a employer, you can say, how labor will come. So here person C will hire labor. Person C will hire labor. Okay. And here person A can come to person C to earn money. So this is how labor will come. Labor will come. This is how. And here it was in a rural. Now what about urban area? In urban area, this method, this process can be observed in urban area. How? Let me explain. Here in urban area there are a lot of companies. There are a lot of companies, and a company will hire a lot of people. Of course, a person cannot do anything, but a person can hire a lot of people. If a person has money, okay, has a better mindset, then a person can hire a lot of people. So there are a lot of companies who hire a lot of people as an employer. And their mindset of a company will be something else. And one mindset, I would say, which is common among companies, mindset of a company will be what, will be growing their business, isn't it? It is a mindset of all companies, not only for a company. Clear? And it should be, this mindset should be clear. So one purpose will be what, of hiring people. What will be first purpose? First purpose behind hiring people will be what, will be growing business of a company. Now here you will observe a skilled person, a skilled labor, and an unskilled labor. If a company has a skilled people, then company will grow rapidly. Company will grow rapidly. It will happen. I can guarantee you it will happen when a company will have a skilled labor. But what about unskilled labor? Is it useless? Can we say that if a company has unskilled labor, then will it be useful or useless? I would say it it will be useless, but completely we cannot say. Completely will cannot say. Here a word will come rapidly, rapidly growing, rapidly growth. So if you have a skilled, then you can create something. You can think critically about something. So here when a skilled people will do work in a company, then a company will grow rapidly because of people are skilled. That's why people are skilled. Now here unskilled people can be hired. Unskilled people can be hired for other purpose, for other purpose. But a skilled person will be useful, more useful. Unskilled person will be workable, you can say. They can work, but they will not be able to earn more money. A skilled person will be able to earn more money. So you can see what is the difference between a skilled person and unskilled person. A skilled person can create more thing. A skilled person can earn more money. So it depends on what is your skill, and is your skill in in demand of market or not. So is it enough for labor? Is it enough for labor? Now let's move towards the physical capital. Physical capital. My focus on this will be more because this is a main discussion for this lecture. Now here third is a physical capital. Physical, which means tangible. I think it should be tangible. Physical, it means we can say, okay, physical is a physical would be object. Physical would be material, things, objects. Now physical, meaning of a physical is what we can see, that thing we can touch, we could touch, okay, we could touch. So here capital word is added with the physical. Now meaning of this both together word will be changed. Something will be changed, something will be changed. It is a physical thing, and that physical thing will be capital, which means we can use that thing for a purpose of producing. To produce, we can use a thing, and that thing is useful to produce something, to produce a product, and we are using again and again. Then yes, that tool, that thing will be considered as a tool, and you are using tool to produce something. That's why that tool became physical capital, that tool became physical capital. And here in manufacturing field, otherwise in industry, you can observe there will be a lot of tools, and people use those things to do something, and it helps, it helps to people, clear. And not only in industry, in sector, in factory, even right now I am using a device, mouse, keyboard. These are devices which I am using, and here by using this I am providing what this a service by using this device, mobile device, whatever is in front of me. So by using this, now I can say this is a tool for me. This is a tool, this a device, whatever is in front of me is a tool for me. And by using this tool, I am able to provide a service. Okay, I am able to, and not only I can produce a service by using this, I can do more thing. So if you have a thing, and by using those things you are getting help, then you can consider those things as a tool, as a physical capital, clear. Now here you can see tools, machines, building, and raw material. It can be tools, it can be machine, it can be building, it can be raw materials. Now in physical capital there are two things. It can be classified into two. First, working capital. Second, fixed capital. Working capital, work is being done, okay, work is happening. Now during the work, you are using your tool, you are using your tool, a thing you can say, tool will be better, you are using tool, and that tool will be consumed, and once it is consumed, then you you are not you are not able to consume the same thing again. Then you can see that tool that you used during the work is a working tool, is a working capital. And here, after using once you used one time, then you cannot use this same thing, you will have to use another tool, another tool, you will have to purchase again. So this sentence will be better to say that you will have to purchase again, and it will happen when you have a tool and that tool is being used, and once it is used, then it cannot be used again, because it has been used, it has been applied. In clear, this was one tool. And next is what? Fixed capital. Fixed capital will be more useful, and you will not have to purchase again the same tools. You can use one tool for few years when you have fixed tool, okay, when you have a fixed capital. For example, a machine, you can say, a laptop, you can say, laptop or computer, okay. This is what a device, this is what tool. If it is a tool, it is a what? Physical capital. Can we say that it is computer or laptop will be working capital? No. It will be fixed capital, because we can use a lot of time the laptop device, a lot of time, and for few years you can use a laptop device, and by using laptop device you can get a lot of help. And today, even for weeks ago, you used a laptop device and you got benefit. And right now, even tomorrow you will be using a laptop device. So here, this pattern is showing that you are using laptop device many times, you were using many times, you are using many times, you will be using you will be using many times. And now computer device is a tool for you, is a, and if this tool is providing what useful, uh, this is a physical capital, and now it is a for long time. Mobile device, which is a physical capital, it is for long time, we can use it a lot of time. But in the case of a working capital, we were observing that a tool was being used only one time. After one time, we cannot use this same thing. After one time, you cannot use the same thing. This was happening uh, in the case of working capital. But in the case of fixed capital, what is happening? You can use the same thing many times, and it is, you can observe, it is what more useful if you are able to use. And today we use a lot of things which are being used many times. Okay, and remember what physical capital will provide you many useful things. It will provide what? A lot of useful things, a lot of services. Human capital. What about human capital? Here we were understanding physical capital. So physical is object except we. Now in this human capital we will include what human, only human. We are talking about only human in this. Now what if we will become capital, physical capital, then we will be considered as human capital. If we are capital, if we are physical capital, then we will be considered as human capital because we are human. That's why. Now you will be human capital when you will have a skill. Then you will be considered. If you have education, if you have a skill, and if you are healthy, then you will be considered as a human capital. If you don't have information of your business, if you don't have education, if you don't have a skill, if you are not healthy, then you are not able to say, you are not able to consider as a human capital. Meaning of human capital is what you a person will gain human resources, and after gaining human resources that person will become human capital, and now that person is a human capital. Meaning of this is what that person is ready for developing country. Okay, so human capital will develop a country. For example, in a country there is a population, and population is human capital. It means population is a quality population. If population in a country, a population has a human capital, which means there are a lot of people who are human capital. Okay, who are human capital. We are saying indirectly that they have a skill, they have education, they have gained what uh, knowledge, information, they are healthy. That's why we are saying this population is a human capital. And here you will be considered as human capital when you will have information, when you will have education, and when you will have what I think a skill, as well as you should be what healthy. Then you are able to consider, you can consider yourself as a human capital. Okay, but these are conditions. These you should have this skill level enterprises, and you can control labor. You can control what physical capital you can purchase. So by using your knowledge, you will be able to grow your business. So it will happen when you will have this when you will have information, when you will have a skill regarding your business, then you can grow your business. Okay. So we have seen all the factors of production, we understood. Now we are moving towards the slide. Let's see what is in the next slide. So relevant insights. Rural economy foundation of rural economy is a foundation of Indian economy structure. Now this first sentence is giving you importance of a rural area. Yeah, let me explain. uh, Look, if you think that rural people cannot create employment, then uh, it is useless for a country. Then you are wrong. You are wrong, brother. First sentence is directly telling you that rural people will be useful for a country, and let's see how will rural people be useful for a country. Now, in rural people, there will be some people in a rural village. Yes. Now those people will work. Those people will do work. And what work they do? Agriculture. From agriculture we receive food grains. And without agriculture food, nobody can survive. And here whatever food grains get we get why how when farmer do agriculture, then we are able to get food. So that's why that is how that is what that is where farmer is useful for a country. That is where farmer is developing a country. Okay. uh, okay, now here, so there are process of developing a country. Okay, now here this is it crystal clear that farmer rural people will be useful, rural people will be developing a country as well as urban people. But here work of urban people will be something else, work of rural people will be something and work of both will be developing a country. Clear? Now employment in rural and urban area. Yeah, here something can be seen difference. And here what employment one thing which is common can be seen in between rural area and urban area is that employment in a rural area is found very less because of lack of facilities, lack of major facilities. That's why there are unemployment people in a rural area because of there are no facilities of major things. Now in urban area there are a lot of things in which including major thing. And there are a lot of things which can be seen in urban area. That's why in urban area can be observed more employment people. But still in urban people in urban area uh, will be unemployment people but less. But in rural area peop more people will be more unemployment but less unemployment. But in a rural area less people will be less employment. But in urban area what are we observing? In urban area more people are more employment but less people is less unemployment. Clear? So why answer you found is that facilities of if in a rural area there is a lack of facilities of major things. But in urban area there is a facility, there is a facility of materials including major things. Some stable development will be better for a country. And some stable development will be it will happen when income of a people will be better. Or section of people of all section will be getting equally benefit. Then development of a country will be unstable. So here unstable which means a permanent development is a country is developing constantly. Okay, it is the meaning of unstable development. Country is not at constant, country is growing constantly, and it will be growing constantly. It is the meaning of sustainable development. It will happen when human resources will be provided by government to public. Okay, to public, and there are more things. By doing those things development of a country will be unstable. And in details we will understand it, but you have to understand here about it is that it is a permanent development by doing something important things for the public, and then a country will be will be permanent development. Here a country will be developing constantly, okay, and it will happen. So you understood when will it happen. So you have two questions. What are the four factors of production? So first is land, labor, physical capital, human capital. Including all these factors, a fourth human can produce a lot of products. Okay, a lot of products. On a land, a person will take a house on a rent. To a person will take what will purchase what a a enter a factory in which production will happen, in which product will be produced product will be produced. So first is what? Of course, factory is a compulsory. Having factory is a compulsory. Second is what? Labor. So who will work in production? Who will work in factory? Of course, labor will work. If labor is skilled, then they will be doing smartly, they will be doing generously. Okay, clear? Then product will be strong, and quality of a product will be strong, will be more better when labor will be skilled. And here unskilled labor will be doing in that factory, but those unskilled labor will not be doing uh, major work, major work, main work. So here third, physical capital are more important. Without physical capital, you can you cannot produce. Okay, you cannot produce a product. Here labor will have to use what? Physical capital. For example machine, electricity. These are what these are what uh, light. These are physical capital. Okay, we are using this physical capital so that we can produce what? We can produce a product in comfortable zone. So here electricity will provide a comfortable zone by providing light. Okay, so here there are a machine from which labor will produce what? Product. Clear? And fourth is entrepreneur person. Here, what is the significance of multiple cropping in a Palampur? In any village, benefit of multiple cropping is more. Uh, a village will gain more agriculture food when they will be doing mm, two or three cropping, two or three uh, multiple crop. When they will be doing multiple cropping, then they will get more vegetable, more food grain, more agriculture food. This is the benefit of doing multiple cropping. Clear? Now next. So next is what? This is the next lecture, which name is people as a resource. In details, we will understand it as well as people as a resource. So here, people as resource means people not as a burden. We will understand about people as a resource, not as a burden. Okay, when it comes to people as a resource, so of course it will be quality of a population, it will be quality of people, will be quality of a otherwise you can say people will be asset for a country. People will be developing, and people are developing rapidly. Because of a people, we will be considering what? People as a resource. we will be understanding people as a resource, people as asset, not as liabilities. Okay, clear? So in the next lecture I will be covering uh, this lecture. So that's all in this lecture. That's all.